to heaven, he may lead and leads you all to a fart.
Oh, justice will be served, and the battle will rage. This big dog will fight when you rattle his cage, and you'll be sorry that you messed with the U.S. of A. We'll put a boot in your ass.
It's the American way.
Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top. Happy 4th of July weekend.
Holy shit, it is 4th of July.
Right here in the red, white, and bluegrass.
Oh, that was nice.
Thank you. I've been sitting on that all week.
You're like, just wait till these mics get hot.
You just wait till that mic's on, motherfucker.
I'll unleash all the gold.
I am your turbulent troubadour,
Ooh.
Treyton Blackburn.
And I am your underwear undertaker, Evan Pride.
That sounds like the worst sort of like self-aggrandizing sexual euphemism you can have. Like, I'm the underwear undertaker. And like everybody's like, ugh.
I take what's under the undies.
Ugh, gross. Ugh.
Gross. I was
thinking
thinking
kill that pussy. Okay, that's
the
enough.
WWE's Undertaker is the underwear Undertaker because he's always
taking people's underwear off.
No, I guess he would wear like leather pants and
really?
like a hat and shit. Do you ever watch WWE?
No, I never got into wrestling. Had a lot of friends who were into it.
Really? Because
Never
you're
got
dressed
into
like
it.
a wrestling fan right now. I must say.
Well, you gotta understand that the overlap of people from my neck of the woods and wrestling fans is a perfect circle. Like we are wrestling people.
No, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, you're dressed like someone who I would see frontline at a WWE event. You got a headband on.
I do.
You're wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
I sure am. I'm wearing
Jeans and
sandals. Yeah.
Quite a look there.
You're wearing a fraternity shirt with a hole right sort of above your nipple.
Yeah. See what happened there was I was in a dollar store a couple weeks ago, and there's fucking cicadas everywhere.
Yeah.
And I looked down, and there was one on me, just like chilling on my chest.
Sure.
And I freaked the fuck out, and because we were inside, it just completely caught my eye. I was looking for like cheap Skittles or some shit.
Sure.
And I swatted at it, and it ripped the shirt.
The cicada did?
No, my hand did.
Oh, I was like, fucking swole ass cicada.
No, yeah. Well, it might have fucking tooken it with it.
Yeah.
Tooken.
Tooken?
It might have done tooken it with me.
Done tooken.
Done tooken it with you.
Oh, so what are you doing for the 4th of July, man? You going to fucking Cannons over Louisville or whatever?
I don't know what I'm doing for the actual 4th. I know tomorrow I'm going out to a friend's. He has through a family member. He has like a farm out in LaGrange, Kentucky. And we're gonna go out there and set off some fireworks.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yes.
Hell yeah. One time when I was a kid, this is actually an Appalachian anecdote. Let me tell you what I was doing when I was your age, kinfolk. Let me tell you. So when I was a little kid, you've never been to my house, have you?
No.
I didn't think you had. You should come to my house sometime.
Yeah.
Sleepover. Yeah. We'll sleep in the same bed.
Cute.
But
I'll put a pillow down to separate it so it's not gay. And then in the middle of the night when I'm unconscious and the true Evan comes out, I'll rip that pillow and cuddle right up behind you.
But we live like right on the side of the road. So like we're not in a holler actually. We're right on the side of the main road going through Pike County.
Okay. So you're the city folk.
We don't live in Pikeville. Like we are in the sort of odd liminal space between Pikeville and Elkhorn City.
Yeah. Elkhorn City.
Elkhorn City, the worst place on earth. But I was I love to shoot fireworks to this day. I'm a little bit of a pyrotechnic.
Yeah.
I love fucking. I used to like
you like to set them off, or you like the Roman candles and shit.
All of it.
The little poppets.
Yeah, playing with fire is very much a part of who I am.
Yeah, that tracks.
Like my mom used to always tell me that if I kept playing with fire, I was gonna pee the bed.
You're gonna pee the bed?
Yeah, that's what I always heard.
Oh, really? I heard you're gonna blow off your fingers.
No,
you're gonna lose an eye.
No, that warning never came.
The correct warning.
The correct warning never came. But
why pee the bed?
I don't know. I don't know why that's the saying. But they said if you keep playing with fire, you'll pee the bed.
Well, that's strange. You're
Yeah,
just
it's weird.
You're gonna pick up a phobia of fire.
Yeah.
You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
You're always gonna think your house is on fire, and you're like, I gotta put it out.
Yeah, I have a lot of firework stories, but I'll just tell 2. So, I grew up across the road from my house was a vacant lot that was just sort of filled with like tall grass, right?
I was about to say perfect firework spot, and then you said tall grass. Terrible firework spot.
Yeah, like knee-high grass. And
Yeah,
so
wonderful.
I live up on a hill.
Knee-high, dry-ass, flammable grass.
And we were shooting off bottle rockets.
Okay.
And we had tied together like 3 or 4 bottle rockets.
It's never
one. No.
It's like the sparklers. Sparklers are fine, but
Yeah.
you set off the whole sparkler package at once. That's where
Right.
the fucking
That's
problems
where
come.
yeah.
But that's also where the fun comes.
That's where the fun is. So,
Yeah.
And we didn't have like a proper bottle, and so we were using like a cup for bottle rockets,
like a Dixie cup.
like the cups we're drinking out of right now.
Okay, just like a little
And we
plastic
would sit
cup.
the bottle rocket down in it and light it and run. And one of my buddies, we'll call her
Bottle rocket Bella.
Yeah, we'll call her Bottle Rocket Bella.
Okay.
So Bella was she was it was her turn to light them because we all took turns lighting, and
Yeah.
Bella actually didn't want to light the fireworks, but we kind of peer pressured her into it.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah, peer pressure's great.
Yeah.
So she walked up and she lit it, and she turned to run, but her foot got the cup, and the cup fell over.
Oh no. And just aimed it right at y'all?
No, it aimed away from us toward the vacant lot where all the dry grass, where all that tall grass was.
And just
And so went across and hit the grass. And we were like, oh, it's fine. Like, nothing happened. And then we saw smoke come up from the middle.
Oh,
of the,
no. And what'd you do?
We ran in. We went to find
Ran
my
in.
dad.
He ran in.
We went to find my dad. And we were like, Dad. And he
Oh,
was like,
no. Oh, you ran inside. You
Yeah,
didn't...
to get my dad.
Okay.
And Dad was like, what's going on? We were like, the vacant lot's on fire. When our fireworks landed over there, and it got on fire. And he was like, ah, shit. Then he stood up and walked out. And I can't remember what he did to put it out.
He pissed on it.
He pissed all over it. My dad pissed right in front of my friends.
He woke up from his sleep, and he's like, fire.
Them kids,
I got the thing right for that. That's hilarious.
But he got it out. And then a second story with a lot of similar plot beats is one year for New Year's, myself and 4 of my cousins were all shooting fireworks off at my cousin, we'll call him Rocket Robbie.
Okay.
So we were all at Robbie's house. And we were shooting off fireworks, and we had. Have you ever seen those like plastic fireworks that are built to look like spaceship rockets? Like they've got the tall fins at the bottom that they stand on.
Oh yeah, and the little triangle cap on it.
Yeah, exactly. So we were shooting one of those,
Like
off.
a Toy Story firework.
Yeah, exactly. And so it sat on the ground.
He hates toys.
Yeah, and they're fucking cool too because they like shoot so fast and blow up like a proper firework.
Oh yeah, I always
They're
wanted
rad as hell
to get one of those. Like you looked in like the old Sandlot movies. I think like Sandlot like 2 or some shit.
Yeah.
That's part of the plot is like they get this giant rocket and they like all save up their savings from the summer and get a giant rocket. That's what you did back in the fucking 60s
Well, that's what you do
or
now.
2000s.
Yeah, I'll probably shoot some off this weekend.
I will too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll be lighting off snakes all weekend.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I would love to get a snake that's like the size of a hot tub, and then you light it off, and it just grows to like the size of, I don't know, like an Avengers monster.
This isn't really a story, but it is. Did you ever have relatives that would, those like red packet fireworks that you would light them and they would just pop on the ground with like different colors and shit?
Oh, so not M80s?
Not M80s. Like
the ones that would like swirl around?
They wouldn't twirl. Sometimes, but they were normally like rectangular red packages. And you would light them, and they would like.
Oh yeah, it would just light up and a little light show. Yeah.
Yeah, very fun, cute little firework.
Yeah.
But my family.
Why do they make so many kids-friendly fireworks?
I don't know. But my family, sometimes we'd be sitting around on the porch on like a New Year's or a 4th of July, and like one of my uncles or one of my like cousins would light one of those and just throw it under somebody's chair, and like you would just see fucking everybody scatter as it went. Phew, phew, phew.
Do you ever play with the mortars?
Oh fuck yeah!
I love how I
Mortars
said
rule.
you ever play with them.
Well, yeah,
Like their action
and you're
figures.
certainly playing with them like they're.
Those things are dangerous.
Oh yeah, mortar will
'Cause-
fucking kill you.
Because if you don't know what you're doing with them, you light the fuse and then it goes down and it goes, and you're like, oh no, it was a dud, and then it explodes.
Yeah.
We put one in a watermelon in high school. And we put it in upside down.
Yeah.
And so we were all just gathered around this watermelon, waiting for it to explode, and it just goes whoop, and just jumps up, like one of those landmines in Call of Duty, like the hopping claymores or
but
whatever.
Here's the incredible thing: the structural integrity of the fucking watermelon.
Well, it was just because it was from that.
Oh,
it was from the first one, and then so it blew up, and then we were all like eye level with it, and it exploded right in our faces.
That's
and we
so
all
rad.
ran away. There's a video of it somewhere. I had an M80 explode in my face when I was a little kid.
That's really scary too.
I was young. I was like 10 or some shit. And I was at a friend's lake house. And I had never seen M80s before. I don't know what I thought it was. I thought it was like, I thought it was one of those like just little bitch ass fireworks. And
they are not bitch ass fireworks.
No, yeah. And I was not far away enough from it. No, it was like the fuse was small as hell. So as soon as I lit it,
I don't understand why you would make a firework that is so dangerous have such a short fuse.
Yeah. Well,
why do they do that?
Well, so M80s are just traditional firecrackers. Yeah, I'd assume.
But they're so
But they're supposed to meant to be like lit and thrown, right?
Yeah. But make the fuse longer, bud.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to make it too long because you want it to explode in midair.
Throw it farther.
I'm with the fucking manufacturers on this one. You'd rather a cooler product that's less safe.
Interesting.
Than a longer fuse and like a bitchy. Hey, did it blow up? Oh, I missed it. Oh,
so
I turned the camera off.
We were at Rocket Robbie's house. We were shooting off these rockets, and it was my turn. And I sat this thing up on its fins and lit it. And much like my friend Bella, as I turned, my foot caught it on one of its fins, and it fell. This time pointed toward me and all my cousins. And I was running, and I saw my cousins start running.
Did you do that thing where it's like in the movies where the building's falling down, and instead of just stepping out of the way from it, you ran like away?
So I saw my cousins start
still running in the sight line of it.
And I was like, what the fuck are they running from? And I turned, and it was fucking like eye level with me, flying at me.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, fuck. And I started running, and I realized this thing is rocket powered. I'm not going to outrun it. And I've probably run out of time to get out of the way. So what I did is I just hit the dirt, and it exploded over top of me.
That's a smart move.
It was scary as shit.
Hit the deck, bro.
That's what I did. I was like, fuck, it'll fly past me a little bit.
What about what are the Roman candles?
Roman candles.
Yeah,
you aim those at your friends.
Yeah.
And you shoot those fireballs at the people you love.
Yeah. It's a good time.
It's rad.
Can't wait to do it tomorrow.
I can't wait to do it with my children.
Actually, I always bitched out of those Roman candle things because I'm not trying to. I did it once or twice, but I'm not trying to catch a fireball to the eye or some shit. And one of my friends, like one got in his shorts and it like burned up like right next to his dick.
Yeah,
and he had like a scar on his thigh.
Dick burn scar.
Yeah, and he wasn't even in the candle fight. He was just running around. He had put a bucket on his head.
Yeah,
and had put gloves on it like oven mitts. And he says, "I'm running medic," and he was just running around. You ever get those giant like 500 shot ones?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah, baby. Those are your shotguns.
Yeah.
Those are your fucking machine guns.
I'm also just remembering that my parents listen to this podcast. Hey, we're very safe.
Yeah, very safe. I've never been hurt.
I've never been hurt. I'm very safe. It's I would hate to be around you in fireworks.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, no. The training I've had around my jackass friends.
Sure, yeah. You
fireworks.
think you can hang in there with me?
Oh yeah. Literally, one of my friends had to become a firefighter to quell all this nonsense.
We did.
Congratulations, Isaiah. By the way, shout out.
Congrats, Isaiah. When we were fucking, when we would do it, we would take like a pair of jogging pants and a t-shirt. And soak them in water before we did it, because we in our brains, if we're wet, if the fireball hits us, we should be okay.
Yeah, not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be all like sweaty and covered in like fire, like what's the shit called? I don't know. Sweat's not flammable. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. It was dumb,
You
but
don't want
also
to be covered in gasoline.
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's not good.
Yeah, 4th of July, man.
What a fucking holiday, huh?
What a holiday.
Yeah.
So there was always like firework ordinances all around Louisville. No one ever followed them.
Not in my town, baby.
No.
Pike County says, do whatever you want.
We all got PTSD, but we don't care.
We don't care.
It's not from the war. It's from last 4th of July.
That's right. Shoot them off, old boy. Shoot them off.
So do people go? I imagine people go hard. Like, do they get the cannons that shoot up and the full firework display? And oh yeah,
it's fucking crazy back home. People are fucking like. Elkhorn City didn't used to have a city fucking fireworks display until one of my old science teachers, J.D. Runyon, just started going up the mountain and shooting fireworks off above Elkhorn City, and they were like, well, I guess this is our fireworks display now.
Yeah, this man took initiative.
Yeah, J.D. drunk as shit shooting fireworks off the top of a mountain. Yippee! J.D. Runyon, here's another Appalachian anecdote for you. One time I went in a hardware store back home trying to get some paint for some flats for a play I was directing. And I was standing there, and there was a woman behind the counter, and who but my fucking freshman science teacher, J.D. Runyon, drunk out of his mind, was sitting on a bench in this hardware store. And I was at the fucking checkout, and J.D. was behind me. I said, how you doing, J.D.? He said, do I know you? And I said, nope. And I looked at the woman behind the cash register. And she said something, and J.D. just did not care for it at all. And J.D. looked at her, and she said, I wish you'd just go out there to Elkhorn Bridge and jump off.
Jesus.
And this woman bursts into tears, like while she's checking me out. And she's like, I hate it when you say stuff like that to me, J.D. That really hurts my feelings. And he was like, piss. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on here, but if like you could give me my paint so I could go, that would be super great. Because I don't have the social capital to deal with my drunk freshman science teacher asking you to commit suicide. I cannot be the person responsible for dealing with that.
That's hilarious.
It was not good. It was a bad day.
It was a bad day. It was a good day in hell and a bad day in heaven.
That's true.
Oh. Any other 4th of July stories? None that I can think of. None that I can remember.
Yeah.
At least.
4th of July is one of those holidays that like...
It's like you celebrate it because you have to, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so. And like it's... You know, there are those annoying people who are like, this is about our country. Like, fuck you, man. Like, this holiday is about grilling a wiener and putting a Roman candle up your ass. If you're not down with that's what the 4th of July is about,
putting
fuck you.
Some mustard on a dog and sticking it up your ass.
If you want to talk about freedom, talk about Juneteenth, like when everybody got to be free.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to have that conversation, we can do that on June 19th.
The first Juneteenth.
Yeah, official Juneteenth.
Yeah.
About fucking damn time, huh?
Yeah, so what is Juneteenth?
Juneteenth.
It's the day that they officially like ended slavery, right?
Yeah, it's the day that the last enslaved people in the country were set free.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was on June 19th.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they had the day. They wrote it down.
Yeah, they're like, well.
Or do you think they didn't write that down and they just were like, hey, pick a day?
You know, I'm not.
And you're like, Juneteenth sounds good.
I mean,
we'll take mid-June. That's a nice time to have a holiday.
Well, sadly and unfortunately, I imagine that.
I'm sure it's documented.
Well, and also I imagine that the reason we don't know much about it is it has been silenced out of the American education system for hundreds of years.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's a good segue to.
What's
because
that?
I've had stuck in my head all day. That's how the world works. That is how the world works. I don't know if we tried.
Made a zebra.
Was it?
I don't know what the harmony is.
That is how the world. Oh, we don't gotta figure it out on the pod.
That
I
is
hope
how
you
the
heard.
world
I hope you
works.
learned your lesson. I did, and
And
it hurt. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. So that's
Bo Burnham's Inside, perhaps the greatest piece of art created in the pandemic, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what else off the top of my mind to compare it to, but I would call it that. I would call it. I mean, piece of art sounds pretentious.
Sure.
But also Bo Burnham is admittedly very pretentious.
He is.
And if you watch any of his stuff, you're like, this is some of the most pretentious shit ever. And he acknowledges it, which takes the edge off of it, but also it's still there.
Yeah.
But
it's also, I mean, Bo Burnham says it, all the time. He says two things that I really like. If you're looking for an honest comedian, go somewhere else. I'm not your guy. Like, he's very much a performance artist. Like, he's not up there
he's
presenting himself. He's up there, like, everything he says is very scripted and very orchestrated.
It reminds me a lot of some productions of some people we knew in college, but like successful.
Yes.
But like, but like,
literally, I was thinking that as I watched it, like, oh my God, if he could see this, he would love it.
Yeah.
And he wishes he could do this.
Yeah. It's like Bo Burnham does what other pretentious people do, but his shit has substance.
It does. And he's very critical of himself.
He's critical of everything.
He is. He's a very critical artist. And
and you call him an artist. I would say that's if you had to use a term, that would be the best one, because he's not a comedian.
No.
He's not. Well, I mean, he's a comic. He's a comedian, but he's also a musician. But I wouldn't call him a musician, because he's like a filmmaker, and he's just a practitioner of the arts.
Yeah.
And he does
he's an auteur.
Yeah, he does it in a musical comedy format.
Mm-hmm.
And Inside, honestly, I wish he would do more stuff like Inside in the future, because his stand-up specials are great. The musical ones, I guess I'm thinking of, he has a couple of albums that are all good, but those are very much just musical comedy albums.
Yeah.
And his specials are What and Make Happy, I believe.
What? I think there's a third one. What Make Happy? Isn't Words one of his specials?
Yeah. I don't know about that one. Like, I think it's hard to find the film of it. I know the other two on Netflix. So those are the ones everybody else is very familiar with. Jesus Christ. No, but what makes him so cool was all those 3D elements and 4D and the lighting and the voices and the shit. He's like turn that shit off, and it's like he's like, why was it on a record?
Yeah.
it's very very pre-planned. It's like a one-man show.
It is. And there's a lot of conversation happening about, like, whether or not his, like, more vulnerable moments in the piece. Like, I don't even want to call it a comedy special. Like, I understand that that's what it's being marketed as, but
it's not a comedy special.
Literally,
it's content. He has a whole song about it. It's like,
I made you some content.
Yeah, he just made, like, I literally think that Inside was just Bo Burnham trying to make sense of all this. That's like how he coped with the pandemic.
I think so.
He just went to work, started writing some silly songs, wrote some deep songs.
Yeah.
Did slaved away on the lighting and shit. Were you talking about the sincerity of it? Because I've heard that from other people too. People are like, he set it up, and there was no way, like,
sure,
that was actually his birthday,
right,
when it ticked over to 12.
But
and
here's the thing that you and I may understand as theater people. Just because something is pre-planned and it's supposed to happen and it's choreographed doesn't make it any less earnest, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
like
this is also a comedy thing. People come to comedy shows, and if the second that they realize that, like, you're doing these jokes all the time and, like, in front of different audiences, or if someone sees you they see a special and then they go and see the person and they maybe do an old joke. They're like, wait, what? Like, I already heard that joke. I thought you were just up there just shitting it out, man. Just like they think it's all off the top of the head.
Well, and
that's it's good enough. You think that it is. It seems like it is, but you know it's not.
Right. And the thing is like, you know, I've cried on stage. I've had like really you know, complicated moments on stage that like require some emotional labor.
Yes.
And like that emotional labor is real, even though the moment is choreographed. Like, it still takes a lot to be that vulnerable in front of an audience.
Yeah, yeah. And this is and this goes down to an acting method type thing where God, I'm a fucking theater major. I just graduated with a degree in this shit. Let's see if I can remember it. But essentially, there's a couple schools of acting.
Yes.
Some people say you fake the emotion. Some people say you like reach deep down inside and access a dark place and use that to fuel you. And there's no correct way either. One's healthier than the other.
I believe in a school of theater practicing called emotional recall. And essentially, emotional recall is the practice of not faking the emotions, but experiencing the emotions honestly, right? Like, when I have to cry on stage, I'm never going to a dark place, ever. I understand what my body, like how my body physically feels whenever I go through emotions. So, like, when I cry, I'm a breathy crier and I hitch. Yeah. So I find, I'm a bad, ugly crier. But
when everybody's weeping, they're fucking ugly.
And there are different tiers for different moments. But like primarily, if I have to weep on stage, I'm gonna work my breath, and I'm going to feel like that feeling, but I'm not doing a Heath Ledger. I'm not going to any dark place. I'm not taking that with me off stage. And in my opinion, that is the ideal way to present emotion on stage. Like, be vulnerable, experience the emotion, but you've got to be able to do it in a healthy and safe way.
Yeah.
Because whenever people fake cry or fake emotion on stage, in my opinion, it is always see-through. I see through it every time.
Yeah. Well, I've definitely... How would you rate... Have I ever cried?
You've never cried for me.
I've never... But I've cried on stage before. Like, or I've had big emotional moments, like Little Shop and Hand of God.
Hand of God.
Hand of God was just like a fucking meltdown I had at the end of that show.
Yeah,
not me, the characters that I was playing.
Jason... I think with Jason,
which was the character I played in Hand of God.
The struggle was finding like the funny emotion, like what the audience is supposed to laugh at, kind of morbidly. And what's it like with when you're in bed?
Yeah.
That scene.
Oh, dude, that was
you're crying in that scene, but it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, that's a fucked up scene. And that scene also, that's a hard one to gauge, like my acting from crying, because I'm also playing the puppet that made me cry. Yeah, and I'm like ridiculing myself. You piece of shit! What are you crying about?
Yeah,
all that shit.
Wow, Tyrone, I'm glad you can make it to the podcast.
Hey, what's up, motherfuckers? It's Tyrone on Kentucky Fried Roadkill.
I thought you were dead.
What's this shitty ass podcast y'all are doing?
Come on.
Tyrone,
it's been years, dude.
Don't come in here.
Hey, fuck you, asshole.
Hey, what have you been doing since the show, actually?
I've just been hanging out in your fucking closet, I guess. Gathering dust, collecting cum, whatever else you use your fucking socks for.
Oh, man.
You goddamn maniac.
Man, hey, I'm married. Listen.
Hey, I don't want to shit on your wife. Your wife's a lovely lady.
Oh,
How the fuck did you land your wife?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
actually.
fuck you asshole.
Wow. I really expected that you would have gone on to do some more roles. How did the Sesame Street audition go?
Oh, fucking terribly.
Oh, it didn't go well?
Fucking terribly. Those assholes. They hated me the minute I walked in. It's because they thought just because they're racist. I'll tell you.
Oh, they're racist.
They're racist. They're
Tyrone.
racist. They have, I tell you, the people at Sesame Street, they have it in their heads what a fluffy red puppet looks like and sounds like. They want Elmo. Every time a red puppet walks in through the door, they want fucking Elmo. I walk in, I say, hey, motherfuckers, and they're not cool with it.
They're not cool with that.
They're not cool with it.
Yeah, so I guess you didn't even get to try for the Muppets either, huh?
They couldn't handle me.
Oh, I gotcha.
They couldn't handle me at the Muppets.
Yeah, Jesus.
Listen. A little more my speed because, the Muppets a little more adult than Sesame Street. But honestly, I couldn't stand that Kermit fucker.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Nah.
See, I thought you and Kermit would have hit it off in a strange way.
We had bad beef. I didn't like the way he sang. He tried to sing that fucking song about the rainbow again.
Well, and I
said, Kermit, you've been singing that goddamn song for 50 years. And still nobody knows the words.
And I know you did used to date Miss Piggy, so I imagine that's still kind of.
Oh, Piggy, what a whore!
Oh my God,
what a whore!
Tyrone,
oh, Piggy, we had fun back in the day.
Hey,
oh, little Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy might listen to this podcast, dude. Come on.
Oh, come Piggy, on. If you're out there,
hey,
call up your boy Tyrone.
All right, that's it. You're going back in the box.
Yeah, Tyrone, we've had enough.
We've had enough.
No, fuck you guys. No.
Oh, God. Sorry I brought him up.
I'm really sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, sorry he showed up.
I haven't seen him since freshman year.
It's been years. Yeah,
it's been like 3 or 4 years.
I really thought that time would have mellowed him a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not.
Chill, that guy.
I swear to God, no! Just tried to come for me, dude. God, Jesus.
Man, I had a lot of fun doing playing Tyrone. Because I would do that all the time. I would just personify Tyrone, and that's what
Tyrone was a student for a semester at the
I would carry him around on my hand and be like,
"Nah, you motherfucker, you're never gonna memorize that monologue,"
or whatever the fuck I would say. Because that's when I act. That's what I do. I just place myself into the character. I get lost from shit. Not that I was so lost in the character just then.
But Tyrone was an ever-present force there for a while.
Yeah, and he was just like the personification of just an asshole.
Yeah.
He was the devil possessed a hand puppet.
Yeah. And I did whenever fucking Bo Burnham brought out Socko, I was like, oh my God, here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's my boy.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite song.
It was your favorite song?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you which one was your favorite.
It was the most musical theatery of them.
It was.
Actually, let me look through, because I was actually here. I got the set list pulled up right here. There's Content.
I like that song.
That's
like
a fun one. Problematic. Problematic. I will say it's fun to see Bo Burnham's just his musical style escalate because he's a bass piano guy, and he would write these slow ballads or like the up tempo songs, and there's a couple of those in there, but he's really evolved with his I mean, I guess he had a fucking year and a half to work on it, so he really went crazy with the synthesizers and all that musical shit. But I thought it sounds great as a thing, and it looked good too. It was very Artur. That was the word you used.
Yeah.
That was a good word to describe it.
I would have to pick like a favorite deep song and a favorite funny song. Let
me see. Here.
I think
I'm reading through the things. There's Content, comedy, FaceTime with my mom.
I think FaceTime with my mom is my favorite funny song.
That's funny. That's one of the best pandemic.
It is.
And
when he's like fucking miming, talking to his mom on the phone, and he's like, "My mother's covering her camera with her thumb." That's fucking hysterical.
The part I really enjoyed the live streaming part where he was live streaming his life. It's like,
so
wait,
is the room small or is the guy big?
Yeah, so I guess I'll just cry again. We don't want to give away the whole thing if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, please do. It's well worth your time.
But it's nothing to give away. It's just it's Bo Burnham inside.
It is a beautiful, in my opinion, and Tara and I were talking about this. We were talking about how Bo Burnham's inside is the perfect encapsulation of what it felt like to be a young person during the pandemic, especially a young artist, I think.
Yeah, Bo Burnham, for being 30, is very in touch with today's kids.
Yeah.
And I think it's in part because he came up through YouTube. He's really just a YouTuber that blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
YouTuber has it's a different thing now, but he was one of the OG YouTubers. I mean, him and Justin Bieber, same thing. They both blew up through YouTube, and he had that movie 8th Grade,
which I've heard is amazing, but I haven't seen.
Same. Yeah, he's very connected with the kids. I hope he's not a pedophile. I could see that.
Whoa, that's a dark accusation to level.
That's not an accusation. I was just fucking
probably not
connecting the dots in my head.
Ooh wee, bud.
What? I'm just
Let's
saying.
Put that in a box over there.
The guy seems to be very in touch of what the kids are doing.
I just think he's a very aware person. He seems to have like almost a crippling level of self-awareness.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Like he overanalyzes everything.
Yeah, it's that fucking whenever he's doing the review video and he's like, and here's a video of me reviewing myself.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that was my favorite part of the thing. That was my favorite part because that was hilarious. Yeah, I think he's just in touch with I guess Gen Z.
Yeah,
is it?
Well, I think the Zillennials, like the young millennials and the Gen Zers.
Yeah, that connecting bridge. He's definitely that, and he came up on YouTube, so he understands what kids are into, and also just the anxieties and all that shit that comes from that, because he's very much someone who is apparently anxiety ridden and depressed and all those fun things that all of us kids are nowadays.
Literally, like
all of our phones have infected our brains.
Tara said this, and I want to get your gauge on it. Tara has said multiple times that she wishes she could get her parents to watch Inside and understand that this is how we all feel all the time.
Interesting. Because I would also say that not everybody is anxiety ridden and super thin, because you also have to understand of the world that we came up in the theater majors.
I don't know, dude. The more Gen Z kids I meet.
I mean, yeah, most people have anxiety, just the kind of, like, Bo Burnham has theater kid anxiety.
He does.
As compared to just normal Gen Z anxiety, which I would say is still present, but just, dude, theater kids are fucked up on another level.
Yeah. Well, and like the song, That Funny Feeling, like I think that song, I think it's the most poignant song in the whole thing.
Which one?
There it is again, that funny feeling.
Oh yeah, that's
funny. Like he talks about he's brilliant. He juxtaposes, a gift shop at the gun range, a mass shooting at the mall.
Yeah.
There it is. And like this weird sort of feeling we all get, and I think it's very common among pretty much all young people, of like seeing things that are just so ludicrously wrong.
And just being like, and seeing that it's so normalized.
Yeah. And
we just being like, and be like, this is weird, right?
Right. And it's that funny feeling of like, I should be troubled by this, but I'm not. And it's how he ends it. Hey, what can you say? We were overdue.
Yeah.
It'll be over soon. Just wait.
That is the thing. We were long overdue for this pandemic.
Yeah. Well, and I think it has a double meaning of like, hey, what can you say? With all the sort of social reckoning that has happened during the pandemic. Hey, what can you say? We were overdue.
Yeah. Well, 2020 was just a fucking... You talk about cultural resets.
Yeah.
I mean...
It was the year for I saw a fucking TikTok the other day that said, in 5 months, 2020 will be 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like we all just got punched in the face and we're dazed.
Yeah, it's
for a while, and a lot of people are still coming out of the day. I still feel it.
Absolutely.
I feel like I've re-socialized to at least a point to where I'm comfortable and talking to people and shit. But like, you remember the first time like going out of quarantine and seeing someone just be like, "Hey, you feel like fucking
what am I supposed to do here?"
Yeah, you feel like parking meters trying to hug each other.
And it was so fucking like
old Bill Burr bit there.
And there was so much shit that was happening that like I couldn't talk to anybody but Tara and my parents about. Like, there was shit going on, and I was like, I've got to talk to somebody about this, but I can't.
I know. I was sitting in my house like, I got to start a podcast. And we did. We started a podcast 2021. Yeah. Hey, welcome. This is episode 24. We've missed a couple weeks here and there, but we're here in July now.
We are.
We've been doing this podcast for a solid half of a year.
It's been great.
Yeah.
It really has.
I've been enjoying it. We've fallen off a little bit just with the regularity and shit, but we're banking them. We're gonna try to get them out. The release dates it used to be on Fridays. Now it's just kind of vaguely sometime on the weekends.
Yeah.
We'll work it out.
We're your weekend boys. You know, we don't know if we're gonna hang out Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but we'll text you and we'll let you know.
Yeah, one of those days.
We'll hang out.
Yeah, we're recording this right now on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, we are on this 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was 4th of July.
It sure is, bud.
I didn't even fucking put two thoughts about it into like this is gonna be a 4th of July pod.
I wish I had a pair of fucking American flag bib overalls that I could wear this weekend.
Oh boy,
I don't have them.
I love going to coastal towns like just any tourist trap town. It's normally on the coast, like Myrtle Beach or fucking what's that one? Not Toronto. Fucking Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, yeah.
Don't know why Toronto.
Toronto.
They always have those giant gift shops that are like the whole building is painted the American flag.
Yeah. Or it's like a wizard
or just now those are just like Trump stores.
Yeah, Trump stores.
You go in and buy Trump merch. I'm going to get me a MAGA 2024 hat.
I don't want to get super political because we don't have a lot of time left. But
oh, boy.
How's this fucking Trump shit going to end?
Here we go, boys.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Here we go, yeah. How's this fucking Trump shit going to end, dude? How's it going to end?
I don't know. I
don't either.
I think the internet will be... I think it has to do with the internet. Like him being kicked off Twitter, that's a big... I think actually... He got kicked off like Twitter and Facebook until 2024.
Yeah,
which is hilarious. like we're gonna kick you off, right? Give you a 4-year break, and then you can come back and campaign hard.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel like the internet is getting decentralized. Don't you feel like it started off as this Wild West thing?
Sure.
And now, it got very, very centralized where like everything is Google. And I guess you could say it's super fucking centralized right now, but I think it's it may have hit its peak a little bit ago just with the YouTube and everything's on like four websites, YouTube, Amazon, Reddit and shit. I don't know. I feel I hope just random like third-party websites come back.
Well,
because those were fun.
Here's the thing. On the internet, I think because Trump and his followers are being recognized for the proto-fascists that they are, they've been deplatformed, which is in most countries an effective technique of dealing with fascists.
But the thing with deplatforming is they just go somewhere else.
That's the trick.
Just cockroaches.
They go to fucking 8chan and fucking fucking
dark web it's like the fucking illegal drugs thing.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's people are going to get their shit somewhere.
And what happens is you send them to like places like 8chan
that are unregulated,
and they meet actual Nazis,
yeah,
and they get radicalized further. And like,
I didn't even know 8chan existed. What
it does? It's a fucking
that's a
cesspit on the internet.
The double down of 4chan. I can't imagine.
It's awful, dude. It's awful.
Dude, 4chan used to be like a fun website for memes.
And then Gamergate happened and ruined everything.
I don't even know. Like, I probably stopped looking at 4chan in 2012.
I don't know that
maybe?
I ever looked at 4chan. I was always a Reddit guy.
It was just I wasn't even necessarily a Reddit guy. I was a big YouTube guy.
Yeah.
But like early. Oh, dude, did you ever do the subreddit 50/50?
No. What's the 50/50 subreddit?
It's a fun game that you and your friends can play at home. Go to the 50/50. I don't even know if it's still up, but it used to be this subreddit where the caption would be, mutilated headless corpse or cute puppy. And it's a 50/50 chance.
50/50 chance.
Gotcha. And it's either you click on it and it's like cute puppy or a very, very grotesque scene.
That's dark.
Or like prolapsed anus bleeding, and it's also infected, or nice tits. and you'd be sitting there.
Oh, God, jeez.
and you're 11-year-old mind, and you're like, God.
I really would prefer the nice tits.
Yeah.
That would really make my night.
Yeah. Do I want to take the risk of being traumatized at this very young age?
Or I could just go, but here's...
and the thing is, we always clicked on it. And
it was always grotesque.
It was the reality was it was 70-30 grotesque.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'd be like, oh God, mucusy butthole shares secrets with someone's ear or some shit, or fucking cool video game setup, cool gamer chair.
Cool gamer chair.
And you click on it and be like, oh, gamer chair.
That is a cool gamer chair. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun website that me and my friends all traumatized ourselves on. That was another thing. Kids of the internet age, we were all traumatized by like the early. I mean, Two Girls, One Cup that came out when I was like 9.
Yeah,
I would never was an Omegle video chat.
I was
kid.
never an Omegle person
because I wasn't trying to get. I was like, still, they're gonna molest me over the internet. I didn't trust strangers whatsoever. But videos can't hurt you.
I literally have heard so many horror stories from like female friends of mine of like not only the shit they saw on Omegle, but the shit they did on Omegle. Like there was one girl.
Nobody is completely guiltless.
I was like, you did what?
If you go on Omegle, you have bad intentions.
There's nobody on Omegle with good intentions.
It was like the first month Snapchat came out.
Yeah.
If you downloaded it, we knew what
was going on.
It eventually became like a social network thing, but you're lying.
You're lying. Come on.
If you're like, no, man,
man.
It's the new thing. Because they didn't have stories for a long, long time.
We know what we all wanted. But that was like, I do think you're right that like that internet age bred the perfect environment for Trump. But like, it's a cult, dude. Like, it's beyond politics now. Like, the people who are like, because there has been a falling away of supporters from Trump who are like waking up. But there's still like such a strong contingent of people who are like, he's the greatest thing to ever happen to Earth.
Yeah.
And it's like they see him as a messianic figure. And I don't say that hyperbolically. And I don't know how you get people to step away from that.
I don't know. It seems like everybody's in their weird little cult nowadays. That's what the internet has done. It's driven everybody into super niche markets. It used to be in the fucking 70s, 80s and shit. It's like there was TV and just what was on TV, everybody knew. Everybody saw Michael Jackson do the moonwalk and came into school and talked about it the next day. But now it's like, I'm into Rooster Teeth. Whoa, I'm into fucking H3H3.
Sure.
Oh, I guess Netflix is the closest thing we have to that now. But everybody has their own fucking pocket in the internet, and you can just live in your own world, your own bubble, and quickly get radicalized by whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but the danger is that, like, it's okay to be in a niche community. I'm in several niche communities. But when your niche community wants to overthrow the very foundations of American democracy, maybe we should have a conversation about that.
No, yeah. Yeah. But, right to a symbol, and I'm just... I was like, Treyton's bringing up politics, trying to put on my devil's advocate hat.
Take the devil's advocate hat. Like, I'm serious.
No, I know.
I mean this outside of politics. Like, how does this road end with people who have, like, sold themselves to Trump? I don't know where it goes. God, I don't know.
I don't know. I think a lot of these people are, like, genuinely just mentally ill, and people are like, these people are fucking crazy, and like, yeah, they're literally crazy. They're like delusional and all these things, and they believe
7 million people.
I mean,
that's how many votes he got. 7 million.
No, I'm not saying 7 million, but a solid 1 million of that.
You think are just ill people?
A solid, at least 1 to 2 million solid. Some people just vote across party lines. Some people hate the other guys. Some people. It's a million fucking things. Some people might be just terrible people.
Sure.
I'll concede to that. But a lot of people, I feel like, are just.
And I don't think it's that simple. I think probably the truth is these are people who. There's a quote that I really like, and maybe I've said it on the show before, but to the privileged, any step toward equality feels like oppression. I think, for the most part, these are people who are very defensive.
They're very small-minded. They can't handle change.
I wouldn't even say small-minded. I would just say they don't understand that they're privileged. Like, they can't comprehend
That's what I mean.
Their shitty life is a privileged one.
It's a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't see beyond the perspective of their own community.
Yes, I think that, and I pity that. And
I pity the fools.
And when I was a kid living in Appalachia, I felt that way sometimes. But it wasn't until I actually got to see other people's experiences and understand the world outside my backyard that I could really, like, understand. Oh, all that shit that people say back home is really shitty. Actually,
no, yeah.
That sucks that you say that.
No, yeah, that's why you got to be a world traveler to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And even if I've never traveled outside the country. I haven't necessarily traveled extensive amount, but just talk to people of other perspectives and shit, man, other backgrounds and shit. And I'll say that doing my experience been doing open mics recently. Give an update. That's been going well. I guess I'll let people know or I'll finish my point first. Just of meeting different people from open mics. It's a whole community, and it's very multifaceted, and it's cool to meet strangers and hear their story, and for them to be like, and to learn things and all that shit. I don't know. Yeah. But so comedy's been a lot of fun. I've been tearing up the open mic scene. I guess I'll say for any listeners who would in the Louisville, Lexington area who would like to see me in Louisville, I normally perform on Tuesdays at this place called 21st in Germantown. Ooh. The Full Circle Comedy puts on a show there. Yeah. It's a very fun open mic. Show starts around 8, I believe. For anybody who would, I go through there. Wednesdays, I'm at the High Horse in Louisville, unless I'm at the Caravan, but I'll promote that if I'm at the Caravan, the Comedy Caravan. Technically, Louisville's only
comedy
club, but other people would take exception to that. Sure. They call it Thursdays. There's this place called Red Top Hot Dogs that I sometimes do an open mic there. That's a fun little bar. Yeah. Hot dog place. There's Thursdays, what I did last night, Mr. Bikies.
Mr. Bikies.
Mr. Bikies at Lavish Looks in near Park Hill in Kentucky, or in Louisville.
In Kentucky.
It is in Kentucky. That's a fun show.
Can people go to these places' websites and see that you're going to be there?
Yeah, it's mainly on Facebook. I need to promote more often.
Yeah.
I will say this Tuesday, that will be the 5th. This Tuesday, I will.
Tuesday's the 6th.
This Tuesday, the 6th, I will be in Lexington.
Oh, yeah?
At Maria's Kitchen.
Maria's Kitchen.
That show starts at 8. It's a fun show, kind of on the northern side of Lexington.
I might come to that.
Come get some tacos, some quesadillas. Yeah. I'll text you more.
Yeah, please do.
I mean, those are the details of it, but I can remind you.
Yeah, please.
Of it. Yeah, that's a fun show. They keep it pretty concise.
Nice.
Keep it moving right along. Yeah, comedy's fun.
We're big proud of Evan Pride.
Yeah, come see me perform. I've gotten over the hump of nobody can see me. My parents are gonna see me do stand up for the first time in ever. And no, they will see me in like 2-3 weeks or so.
Are you nervous to perform in front of your parents?
I certainly was for a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, because
that's normal.
You got to tell your parents like, "Hey, mom, dad, I want to be a comedian for a living."
Yeah.
And if they come see you and they're like, "God, he wants to do this for a living." God, he's gonna this is what he's putting all of his fucking bricks,
eggs into.
Eggs. I was gonna say bricks. This is what the shop that he's bricking up. I don't fucking know.
I'll give an update too. Not much of anything yet, but the first 6 issues of my comic book have been sent to a number of publishing companies, and we're hoping for good things.
That's good. That's awesome, man.
I will talk more about it if and when a publishing agreement comes out. I'll tell you the title and what it's about, and you can all go and buy my comic book.
That's
that I
awesome.
wrote.
The KFR boys are doing
We're
shit.
doing the fucking thing, man.
We're doing the fucking things that we want to do.
Putting ourselves out there.
I know.
Hey, this 4th of July weekend, put yourself out there. Put a Roman candle up your ass. Have a hot dog for the KFR boys.
Yeah, have a hot dog. Fucking do some shots of bourbon. Put a fucking bucket on your head and run medic in a Roman candle fight.
Yeah. Hey, don't blow your fingers off. I mean it.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Hey, KFR is not responsible for any for any limbs or appendages lost over the 4th of July weekend.
Hey, happy Independence Day to all y'all out there.
Yes, happy birthday, America. We will talk to
you. America, you're our shittiest kid, but you're our kid.
You're our kid, and goddamn it, we love you.
Yeah, unfortunately. This has been great. I think I signed off last time, didn't I?
Who can fucking remember?
I think
but
so.
I'll sign off.
All right. Okay. Yeah. You ready?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Get that firework out of your ass, boy.
I'm Treyton Blackburn.
I'm Evan Pride.
This has been Kentucky Fried Roadkill.
Roadkill.